MPA has won the most pro-business friendly government agency now for several years. I think it's at least 4, if not 5 years in a row. So the MPA is obviously doing something very right. And I think really I can only encourage every staff member in the MPA to continue their good work and to try to help our industry at whatever level it is that they're working, and we in turn will of course try to do our part.
So the Singapore Maritime Foundation has an excellent relationship with the MPA, and it's founded on common goals to develop Singapore as an international maritime centre. SMF is able to pull in additional private sector leaders so that we can ensure that these objectives are fulfilled with maximum participation from the industry.
I want to congratulate MP on the 20th anniversary. It's like a birthday that, becoming adulthood. 20 years is not a short time, but it's also not a long period. But MPA to me has achieved a lot. I think the uniqueness of Singapore is that between the government and private sector, we work very closely together. Funding is provided by the government, guidance, but at the same time, private sector like me, who are privileged enough to be invited to lead the SMI. So it's a very unique government and private sector collaboration to enhance the capability of our maritime industry here.
Singapore has got no natural resources, and it is important for us to understand that we have to work with one another to grow Singapore, to grow the shipping community, and without that, everything will fall apart. And there is no win-win situation if we fight each other, if we insist on our views and we do not exchange our views and collaborate and bring Singapore maritime industry into the next steps. So I think it is very, very vital that moving forward, we must even emphasize more on tripartism.
Where are we in comparison to the rest of the ports of the world? I bring you back to one very good report, the Mannion report. You can see us going up the ladder, right? So I hope, hopefully, I think that sort of defines what MPA has done for the last 2 decades. And I believe, strongly believe, I think this will continue to do so because you have such a great team, not just great team, but a young team that able to move very quickly to what and adapt to what the shipping industry requires. Well done.
The young people, just like myself when I joined, 2 years after I joined, we went into a recession. But I stayed with the company for 37 years. So that tells a story. You need people with tenacity. You need people who understand the cyclical business. But there are opportunities out there.
As you know, this industry is rather cyclical. It goes through good and bad times, but you need to take a very long-term view about it. And if you really think about it, from the days that, from where we have come from, as an entrepot port in the 50s or 60s to where we are today, it's a remarkable journey where we've been through good and hard times, but nevertheless, every time, coming out of each cycle, I think we are stronger, and we are better positioned to be able to tap, on the upturns.
As part of Singapore's future economic development plan, we are developing the new Tuas terminal, and as part of this new project, I actually engage the non-governmental organizations as well as the public volunteers. So together we work hand in hand to relocate corals from Southern Shore Lighthouse to Sisters Islands so that our future generations get to enjoy the marine biodiversity. So as part of MPA's community engagement efforts, we help public to better understand our sector, and we hope that one day they will join us, this big family, with Maritime Singapore.
I think MPA would not have been here for the last 20 years if we did not have sound and financial and as well as prudent management of our funds. Will we really be able to carry on for the next 20, 30 years? That really is the onus and the charge of my team to make sure that we manage the money well and we are efficient with our processes, and yet at the same time, while we have a risk attitude, we are not risk adverse, but we are able to have that passion and the desire to actually provide good support to our colleagues who are actually at the forefront of developing all these plans, and as we support them through processes, through resources, this is where we actually work as a team in really orchestrating excellence.
I'm part of the team that is involved in the Next Generation 2030, or we call NGP 2030 for short. So this initiative will actually guide us in the master planning and the development of the Port of Singapore, which includes Tuas Terminal, and also to look at systems that will improve the productivity and efficiency, as well as the reliability and the safety of our ports and systems. The next generation port is important to Singapore because it allows us to remain as one of the best ports in the world, and at the same time be able to cater for the ever-changing maritime landscape.
The technological changes are here to stay. We can't avoid that. If you look at technology, there's never been a time in history where technology has advanced so far and so quickly. That goes the same for the maritime industry. There have been new ship designs, new engine been developed, and also, as we know, new fuels been looked at. We just awarded 2 licenses for LNG bunkering. That could be the fuel of the future. So technological changes are going to come. So from MPA's perspective, we must look and see what these changes are and then actually embrace them. And from our stakeholders' point of view, they too would have to embrace the technological changes.
MPA has a key role to play, not only as a regulator, but a promoter and champion of our global hub port and RMC, working with our Maritime One partners such as SSA, ASME, SMF, and through the unions through our tripartite partnership we can rally the maritime community together to tackle the challenges and seize the opportunities. And we must continue to attract talent to the industry, invest in new and better facilities as our port, build up the maritime services cluster, and ensure we provide the most comprehensive, cost-effective suite of services to all our customers.